Jewell, Kansas, traces its roots to the broader history of Jewell County, named in 1867 after Lieutenant Colonel Lewis R. Jewell, a Civil War hero from the 6th Kansas Cavalry who died from wounds at the Battle of Cane Hill in 1862. Originally from Massachusetts, he settled near Fort Scott in 1859 as a farmer and rancher. Early settlement attempts in the county began as far back as 1862, when families from Illinois tried to claim land along White Rock Creek but fled after witnessing Native American conflicts, including a Pawnee killed by Sioux. Further waves in 1866 and 1868 faced brutal Cheyenne and Sioux attacks, massacring hunters and settlers, which delayed permanent habitation until the late 1860s when Scandinavian colonists pushed into the area from nearby Republic County, founding in Fort Jewell, 1870 on May 6, 1870. The town site of Jewell City was officially selected and filed under the Town Site Act at the forks of Buffalo Creek, becoming the first organized town in the densely populated southern part of Jewell County. Early settlers, including the Illinois colony, and families like the Soricks and Warwicks, arrived in April amid ongoing Cheyenne threats. After reports of attacks near Solomon Rapids, 28 volunteers formed the Buffalo Militia on May 13 and built Fort Jewell, a sturdy sod structure with 7-foot walls for defense. U.S. soldiers relieved them by June, allowing the Jewell City Town Company to organize on May 28 and erect the first building, a 16x16-foot store, by June 30, marking the start of commerce in the county seat era and early boom. 1870 to 1873 Jewell City was elected county seat on September 27, 1870, edging out a fictional rival town called Springdale, and quickly became a hub for political, religious, and educational organization. School District No. 1 was established on January 28, 1871. Followed by churches, banks, a hotel, and the county's first newspaper. The town's growth was fueled by homesteaders flooding in after Indian threats subsided by 1872, with celebrations like the July 4, 1870, Independence Day barbecue at Fort Jewell symbolizing newfound security and community spirit. By 1873, however, northern growth led to an election on May 13 that relocated the county seat to Jewell Center, later Mankato, by a 235-vote margin, though Jewell briefly reclaimed it in 1875 before losing it permanently on June 28. Growth and community milestones, 1873 to 1900. Despite losing county seat status, Jewell thrived in the late 19th century, dropping city from its name and expanding with agricultural fairs, such as the first on October 2, 1879, showcasing local grains, livestock, and crafts to large crowds near the stone schoolhouse. The town developed key institutions, including Methodist and other churches, multiple stores, and a bustling main street described as booming in 1881 correspondence, reflecting the prosperity of Buffalo Valley's fertile lands. This era solidified Jewell's identity as a resilient farming community, with early residents like Annie Billings, the first white woman in southern Jewell County in 1870, contributing to its cultural fabric. 20th century to present. The 20th century brought modernization and challenges for Jewell, including the 1933 publication of Story of the Old Hometown by Everett Palmer, a serialized history that preserved pioneer tales, leading to the Palmer Museum's establishment in 1993. Population peaked in the late 1800s but declined with rural shifts, reaching 483 by the 2000 census, yet the town maintains its heritage through events and the museum. Today, Jewell remains a quiet agricultural center in Jewell County, honoring its sod fort origins and Civil War namesake while adapting to contemporary small-town life.